Hello everyone and welcome to Wednesday's edition of Reptile News. Now let's not waste any time because time is just gone today. It seems like I didn't even know it was Wednesday until I woke up and looked at the computer. Anyway, Friday, April 29th is going to be Save the Frogs Day, and accordingly, apparently some people are organizing in Washington at the doorsteps to the EPA building. They are saying, I guess back in 2007, the EPA said that the chemical that they're claiming hurts the reproductive organs in amphibians, the EPA says does not. So anyway, that's their main part of the protest. And you know, we started working on a somewhat of a rally a while ago, actually, and this is a very good chance for the community to get together, those that can, for a good cause. So I understand, you know, I'm in California. There's no way I can fly out to Washington on April 29th, but I know there are some of you that live there, and it would be super awesome to for some of you to attend and maybe send in some pictures and you know, make us all proud. And so yeah, April 29th, Friday, Save the Frogs Day, right at the doorsteps to the Washington headquarters of the Environmental Protection Agency. So be there, and I hope to see some pictures. Moving on, something good. Imagine that came out of the Wall Street Journal, and it's about the constrictor ban, and they actually gave some numbers there about $100 million annually business that they are affecting. And apparently, as a lot of you know, the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service sent in their final rule to the White House, and it is going to be reviewed by the Office of Management and Budget, which considering this budget shit that they're going through, I cannot see them even considering something like this. And that actually has me extremely optimistic looking at the stuff they're cutting, and they're going to look at this and say, yeah. But I could be wrong. I could be really happy about that for nothing. I hope not, but yeah, it is what it is, you know. And this is not news. This is old news, I guess, now. But I just wanted to report that what is news is something good came out of the Wall Street Journal. So go to the website, click on the link, go check out their article. The facts are there, and it's surprising from a mainstream media group to actually give us the facts. And another big story, Bob Irwin, Steve Irwin's father, was arrested and is going to appear in court for being on the front lines of a protest there in Queensland. And for those of you that didn't see on Facebook, the video's been going around like crazy. I'll try to find one and put it in with the story on the website. In the video, he was asked by a police officer to move along. I believe he was asked if he was going to comply, and he said no, and he was hauled off to jail. So you know, bravo for him standing up for what he believes in. That's awesome, and hopefully it's getting the word out. And anyway, that's a pretty big story. So there you go. Like I said, I'll try to find the video, put it on the website. Let's talk about 22-year-old Jeremy Loveland. He is in critical condition today in the hospital because he was bitten by his pet gaboon viper. Now this happened in St. Francis near Milwaukee, and apparently he had 24 other snakes. I don't know if they were all venomous or not, but bad news, bitten by a gaboon viper. That's never good news. Good news though is apparently Jeremy was prepared for something like this and had folders explaining to the doctors what they need to do if he was bitten. They knew that right at the Milwaukee County Zoo they had the anti-venom for this, and they were able to contact the curator and get him that anti-venom, and his grandmother states they were able to keep it from spreading too far up his arm. But no doubt though, as of last night, Tuesday night, he was still in critical condition. And you know, it just brings to mind, now I'm not saying nothing bad about people that keep venomous snakes, but the old saying, if you mess with fire you're going to get burned, and it happened. It's unfortunate, you know. It's a teeny bit comforting seeing that Mr. Loveland was at least prepared for a bite if it were happening. Now he didn't have anti-venom on hand, which is something I think most responsible people would recommend, but he did know where to get it, and he did have all the orders for the doctors in case he was bitten. So that's good news, and hopefully he'll pull through. Hopefully he'll learn from his lesson. We'll see. And for our last story of the day, this is an awesome story with conservation. Now we talked about this before, the group of people that were looking for volunteers. They were moving the lizards, and they were going to create a human wall in front of this machinery to move move the lizards out of the way before the machinery killed them. And some new news coming out. Apparently there was a mound of dirt or something that was identified as a very popular spot for these lizards. There was several of them caught there and many of them sighted there. Well, apparently they have talked, whatever regulatory commission is dealing with this bicycle and walking path, to reroute it around this particular area of interest for these lizards, which is just super news. I mean, we're finding a common ground here, and the bicyclists and the walkers, they're still getting their path. Their path's not going to be any longer. It's not going to be any more expensive to create. It's not going to be an inconvenience for anybody, but it's going to drastically save the population of these lizards over there. So that is super news, and I hope they're able to continue working together, and for the greater good of people, a greater good of wildlife. That's if that is not the ultimate goal, I don't know what is. And with that, I will leave you a question for this Wednesday. Let's go back to the beginning, this little protest at the EPA headquarters in Washington. Are any of you going to go? If you are going to go, how do you think it's going to turn out? Do you think anybody's going to listen? Are you going to bring a camera and send pictures in? That would be awesome. Anyway, leave a text comment or a video response. And as always, if you're still watching, my name is Jason White. Now you know what's going on in the reptile world. Be good to each other.